Hey everybody, welcome to Gary Music Studios in Nashville, Tennessee. We are here bringing you another in our series of videos and helpful hints on how to create a perfect streaming situation. This part of our series we're calling Reimagining Meeting and Events. We're doing videos, we're doing articles, special tips, all designed to give you the overview of what it takes to have a really successful streaming event for your next replacement for what would have been your live event. We want to give you a really comprehensive experience with everything included that you would normally do in a live event. So tonight, we're going to do something that is near and dear to all of our hearts, and that, of course, is entertainment. We're going to talk about how music and entertainment are really valuable additions to any virtual meeting or event that you might be thinking about having. Now, there are a lot of special people in Nashville that know a lot about the music industry, but we are very pleased tonight to have with us somebody who probably knows it as well as anybody. Her knowledge of all of the clubs, the musicians, the bands, the bars, the restaurants, the whole downtown Nashville scene is truly amazing. In fact, she happens to be putting the final touches on a pilot for a new show exploring all the ins and outs of the Nashville experience called The Hometown Tourist. Ladies and gentlemen, my better half, Ellen Musick. Hey, darling.
Hey, honey.
How are you?
I'm great. Good to see you.
Thanks for joining us.
Good to see you outside of the living room.
You know, this is kind of crazy. This is the first time that we've really been together, other than having dinner, out in a public situation in about 2 months. So this feels good. This is really nice.
This is a date.
It's like a date night, exactly. You know, two months ago, or 2.5 months ago now, I guess, when everything started going down because of the COVID situation, live music in Nashville came to a stop, as it did all over the country. And it was devastating. You know, those of us who love to go hear live music, suddenly the plug was pulled. The only way that you could even see musicians performing semi-live was from their living rooms. And I know it's been tough. What are you hearing when you talk to the musicians in Nashville that are your friends?
Well, let me just say that it's been tough for me personally because I'm such a consumer of live music in Nashville. I go to hear live music, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 nights a week. And it's been really hard, and I have really missed it, and I so felt for the musicians in this city. And I actually started something called Tip the Band kind of early on because, you know, that is how musicians on Broadway make a living. So I was tipping musicians and servers even before they started doing living room concerts. I know that this has been extremely hard on them. I think they miss their audiences, they miss making music, and of course they miss the income. So it's been hard on all of us.
Yeah, on both sides of that equation. So one of the things that we at Gary Music Productions and Destination Music City want to do is to help ease that transition for the musicians to make a comeback by performing for virtual events. So a lot of our clients who are corporate meeting planners and special event planners and fundraisers and things like that are really interested in how do you jazz up your event? How do you make it something that's really interesting and intriguing? And entertainment is absolutely a great way to do it. So we're trying to curate a handful of special artists that we know work really well in that home concert situation and can tailor their shows to fit a corporate event or any other kind of special event that might be happening online. And so we're really proud tonight to have 2 super special people with us. And Ellen, why don't you tell them about our first guest?
Oh, yay. I can't wait to tell you about our first performer. I'm going to tell you about how I discovered her. I was on YouTube listening to something, and you know how YouTube will start playing the next thing in the feed, and it was this artist that was unbelievable, like one of the best singers I've ever heard. And of course, I assumed, I mostly consume local music, and I miss a lot of what's happening in music. So I just assumed she was an international star. Well, she kind of is. But she also lives in Nashville, I discovered, and that she was going to be playing at the Lipstick Lounge the next week. I was out of town and didn't get to hear her. But I finally got to hear her live, I don't know, about a year or so ago. She sings around town. She's has quite a following in Europe. And we're so lucky that when we're opened, she performs a lot at Acme. So I am thrilled to introduce to you my friend and fabulous artist, Heidi Burson. Get ready.
Rock steady, babe. That's what I feel now. Let's call this song exactly what it is. Step and move your hips with the feeling from side to side. Sit yourself down in that car and take a ride. While you're moving, rock steady, babe. Let's call this song exactly what it is. It's a funky and low-down feeling. Move your hips from left to right. What it is I might be doing this funky dance all night. Hey, oh yes, ooh yeah, come on and rock now, so steady. Come on and rock now. Ooh, now step and move your hips with a feeling from side to side. Sit yourself down in that car and take a ride. Oh, when you're moving, rock steady, babe. Let's call this song exactly what it is. It's a funky and low-down feeling. Move your hips from left to right. What it is I might be doing this funky dance all night. Oh yes, oh yeah, gonna rock so steady, gonna rock so steady. Oh yeah, gonna rock so steady, gonna rock so steady. Oh yeah. Ooh, now step and move your hips from side to side. Sit yourself down in that car and take a ride. We're gonna rock so steady, yes.
Oh my goodness,
Woo!
Heidi.
That was awesome.
Can I tell you how it does my heart good to hear you live? I have loved your living room performances, but to hear you live is
Feels good
is
to scream in a
medicine.
microphone again.
Yeah, for my soul. Well, that was a wonderful cover of Aretha, but I know you write your own music, and I love your songwriting. I think they sound like R&B classics. But I also love all your covers. I attended your Aretha Franklin birthday happy hour, living room concert. So what are some of your other favorite artists to cover, or your influences?
Yeah, no, so I've always really been drawn to the classic jazz standard kind of world with people like Billie Holiday, Sarah Vaughan. I love Barbra Streisand. I'm a huge fan of Broadway musicals as well. And those soul singers, those like Etta James, Aretha Franklin, and then later on Whitney Houston and Gladys Knight. And I just feel like every time I turned a page and figured out someone else's name and what they do, or heard a song where Ray Charles came into my life, and I was like, oh gosh, I want to be him, but the other, like the female version.
Well, I think you've taken the best of all of those artists and created your own beautiful, fabulous style. See, I told you Nashville's more than country music.
You were right. She is so versatile, you guys. I've seen some of her living room concerts, and it's amazing. She can do anything, and it translates really, really well to a special event because her voice just blows people away. Heidi, thank you.
Thank you, Heidi.
Now,
you are truly,
Oh, I was just going to say, hey, how would they get in touch with you if they wanted to follow you on social media?
Yeah, so just my website, HeidiBurson.com, has all the links to Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, CD Baby, Spotify, all that stuff. So
Fantastic. Well, thank you for joining us.
thanks, guys.
she's not hard to find, and Tip the Band, and Heidi is truly one of Nashville's greatest treasures.
Well, Nashville has a lot of treasures, and speaking of those, our next guest is one of Music City's true gems. When any of our tourists come to Nashville, or any of our convention attendees who come here for a few days, the first place they usually want to go is Lower Broad, because that's where all of the nightclubs, the restaurants, the listening rooms, all of that is down there, all on one street. So it is just a fun night, and it's really hard to kind of pull people away from there. You can find anything you want. There's pop, rock, jazz, bluegrass, current country music. But if you're one of those folks who like traditional country music, there is one really special place that you need to go, and that is Robert's Western World. It's a club down on Lower Broad, and it's just a fantastic place to go hear some of the best music that is so authentic by whoever the band is. It's going to be great, I promise you that. So joining us tonight is one of Robert's most popular personalities and front guys, the leader of the Western Swingers band, Mr. John England. John, thank you for being here. This is awesome.
John, it's so great to see you live and in person. I wish I could come over and hug your neck, but I can't.
Have to wait.
I have taken in some of your living room concerts. They're great. John takes requests in his Facebook concerts, and he's pretty hard to stump, although you got stumped a couple times last week. I don't want to bring up a bad topic, but I've never seen you stumped ever.
So what's it been like to do the living room concerts?
Well, I'd really enjoy it, actually.
Yeah?
It took a little getting used to. For so long, I've been playing to live audiences with people right over there that I can try to connect with.
Yeah.
But, you know, you look at the iPhone, you look at the iPad, whatever you're recording with, and you can just imagine those people over there, and it really works that way, too.
You know, I just happen to think that so many of us have our iPhones out recording when we're listening to live music. It's not that much of a transition to just watch it on your iPhone at home. Well, why don't you play one of your, I don't know, you choose either one of your favorites or one of your most requested songs at Robert's.
All right. Yeah, everybody at Lower Broadway seems to like that Johnny Cash, so we'll go there.
All
yeah.
right, fantastic.
Oh, love is a burning thing, and it makes a fiery ring, bound by wild desire. I fell into a ring of fire. Hey, I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher, and it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire. Oh, the taste of love is sweet when hearts like ours meet. I fell for you like a child. Oh, but the fire went wild. Hey, I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire. Yes, it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire.
Awesome. Great job, John.
I love that percussion.
Oh, yeah. So everybody, picture that with a whole band around him on stage, and it is a great time, I promise you, down on Broadway. So check him out. You'll have a fantastic time, and while you're there, make sure that you check out the cheeseburgers and the fried bologna sandwiches, because that is the trademark at Roberts. John, if somebody wanted to follow you on social media, where would they do that?
Well, Facebook, John England, just like the country, or Instagram is InstaJohn615, or the westernswingers.com. Westernswingers.com is our website.
And you can probably tell by his voice, he's also an excellent MC for a program. So if you're looking for someone who can do both of those things, entertain and help MC a night of entertainment, he's fantastic at that.
I can't wait.
I love to talk. Can I just say that? I love talking. Okay.
Yeah.
That was so great to hear you live, and I can't wait to hear you and Pappy and the boys. How's Pappy doing?
You know, I talked to him just the other day. Those of you who don't know, Pappy is our fiddler in our band. He's 91 years old, and he is a charismatic chick magnet.
He is a chick magnet. He is. Well, let me tell you something.
It's true. It really is true.
And you let me know if Pappy needs one of these. Pappy and I are in the same category. We're both high risk. And I have found a way to venture out to Broadway, and even to get maybe, can you hear me? Even to get a bologna sandwich up under here. I'm not sure I can get a PBR, but I can get a bologna sandwich. And I'm pretty sure a moon pie will fit up under here. So this is what I look like when I come back.
This is the new face of Lower Broad. I'm just saying. It's gonna take a while for that to sink in, but that's what it's gonna be all about for the next few months, I think. John, would you and Heidi mind taking us out with a little music?
Sure.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. We'd like to thank our special guests tonight, Heidi Burson, John England, and my wife, the hometown tourist, Ellen Musick. If you'd like to have either of them perform at your event, just give us a call. Or if you'd like to explore any other amazing talents, songwriters, performers, musicians that we might be able to bring to your event, just give us a call. We'd be happy to help. We'd like to thank all of you for joining us at Stream Music City Live at 5. You know, this was kind of fun.
It was quite fun.
Yeah, we may just leave all this stuff set up here in our little impromptu studio and do this again, I hope. Let us know if you'd like to see some other acts perform in the next couple of weeks. For all of you professional artists and musicians, if you're interested in performing for our virtual clients, reach out to us on our website, garymusic.com, and there's information there on how you can reach us. So we'd love to hear from you. Thank you for joining us for this afternoon. Happy Friday, happy Memorial Day weekend. You were awesome for being here, and let's hear these guys finish it out.
Yay.
Like a fool, I went and stayed too long. And now I'm wondering if your love's still strong, baby. Here I am, signed, sealed, delivered. I'm yours. time I went and said goodbye. Ooh, now I'm back and not afraid to cry, baby. Here I am, signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. Here I am, baby. Signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. Here I am, baby. Signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours.
Oh yeah,
So
awesome.
great.